Are any of you playing the East Shell jungle that Oathh's speaking about? Or
I played it.
You have played it?
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, if it's fun isn't a tier. How good is it? I could have waited to warn Oathhh about this, but I really wanted to see it on camera. Can we get the camera on Oathhh real quick? He just got one hair standing straight up.
Oh yeah, it does.
He said, "Oh yeah, it does something." Welcome. This is gonna be roll queue. It used to be hosted by Mifflin, but they said they needed a more handsome face. So what's up? What's happening? We are going to be talking to some junglers. We got Oathhh from the Elder Towns, Lasbra from the Jade Dragons, and of course Panitom from the Oni Warriors. And we're just gonna chat about, you know, how the role's going, how you guys think jungle is, and, you know, things of that nature. And then a special guest, Kyrmi, sitting off in the sidelines. Recently he made a tier list, and we're going to pick it apart and to see how bad or good that you guys think it is. But first and foremost, you guys have been playing jungle for quite a bit at this point. As far as the patch we are currently in, do you guys still feel like this role is dominating? Because from an outside understanding, and every time I queue ranked, if I don't have a jungler that's hard carrying my games, I feel like we're losing.
Yeah, I mean, jungle is really strong. It's always been, especially in ranked, and like it's also good in competitive, you know, because we're the ones that get to decide the pace of the game.
So do you still feel like you're strong though? Like you step on a map, you still feel like I'm the most important person on my team?
I mean, yeah, I think it's always going to be like that from the jungle. Even if we're like weaker, then we're still going to be like making sure the team is doing great, you know.
Oh, do you still feel powerful?
I think in ranked, obviously the games are just like too strappy for the role to like just not like dominate. Just due to the nature of the role. I feel like in competitive, it's obviously like much weaker. But I think overall the gods are pretty good. The items are pretty good. So.
Well, I guess that's kind of what you're looking for, right? Because if you can load into the game, more often than not, if you see, because you got like 10 bans now, and you can like repeat the bans, it's kind of like 5 or 6 junglers. Like that's usually like the repeats, and then you just have like the 1 or 2 supports that people don't want to deal with. I guess the real issue is people are playing jungles in mid as well, so that kind of doubles as.
And like, they get more farm, and their items are better.
Are you just saying that mid laners are frauds?
Yeah,
for real, dude. Their starters are better than ours.
Yeah. Sigil?
I don't get OP Sigil and become unkillable. What's up with that?
I mean, Bluestone early game as well is like crazy, and like, you know, to play Pele and stuff.
You guys got Bluestone for like
one.
I was gonna say like 2 weeks, and then it was just removed, and you guys couldn't have.
That was fun.
It was a good time. Well, people were just playing.
I love that.
And Loki, that does seem like your god pool. Panitom, I feel like I don't see you in the ranked queues. Do you have a lot of Smurfs?
Yeah.
Are you constantly Smurfing on me, and I have no idea?
I have my main already on cap, so I play on Smurfs. Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I was gonna say, because I could like pick out some of these guys' god pools, but I feel like you're just destroying me on different accounts the whole time, and I have no idea. I learn. I don't know. I think it's different, like Smurf culture, because some people are like, don't out Smurfs, you know, don't tell you. But I'm just in my chat, and some on her support just like dogs me and like, yo, genetics has destroyed you. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? Like, who's Tom Cruise missile? Like, why is that his name? And
that guy's lost.
They just stream. We just stream on Smurfs now. Is that what we're doing? I have no idea, but it just helps me out so much when I know, like, okay, I know that guy. I got to watch out for that because that's, you know, this guy. But if you're on different accounts, I have no idea. So good to know at the very least that people are still feeling like jungle's strong. Do you guys ever play like casuals? Because if so, that'd be like, I guess even in like scrims, you have the chance. Have you guys played Mammon at all?
I have played a lot of Brigitte on casuals. Yeah.
You think she slaps or what?
She's really broken. I will say she's very broken.
I got to play her once just on like a casual, and I had no idea what I was doing. And then the next game, I like actually read her abilities, and I dropped like 30 kills, and I'm like, okay, hold on, this is kind of cooked. You guys touch her at all?
Yeah, I played her in jungle practice, owning that Neve bot.
Her one's so cool. Oathhh, have you got to try her?
I haven't really gotten a chance to play her.
I feel like I don't know how to describe her playstyle because it's. If you're just comparing her to like the other magical junglers, it's not like she's an Alquang or like a Hebo, but
yeah, she's more mage light than like Alquang.
Yeah, but her burst kind of sneaks up on you. Like she's got like the poisons that she can stack up, or the burn damage, whatever you want to call it, and then you're just inside people, and then suddenly they're dead. I don't understand how it works, but it's just super fun to try and do. If you had to guess, I'm guessing you don't. This is one of those things where I think we had the mid laners talk about Ishel, and we're like, you guys think she's gonna be good in comp? And they were all like, I don't know, bro. Like they had no idea, and I imagine that's kind of the same bet. Do you, if you had to guess, would you say Mamon's pretty good in comp, or you have no idea about the early pressure or something like that?
I will say she's gonna be great on competitive, but it's hard, because like when you play Aukon in ranked, he's like a beast.
Broken, yeah.
But in competitive, he's not like that good.
Right.
That could happen to Brigitte too.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, but her ultimate at least seems pretty strong. Something like, I guess it scales with the orbs you get or something, like the size of it.
Right.
Like, it gets pretty big, and I'm sure you can win like some fight-on-fights or Phoenix fights because of that ultimate.
I just like watching all the clips because she's got like the Nox dash where she can like go inside. But if anyone's got like these globals, like Chernamog, for example, and they try and run away, you just like follow them across the map. And yeah, that is just some of the most satisfying stuff to try and check out. But we did talk about, the fact that Kyrmi did this tier list, and I think that because we have a little bit of patch change between, and I don't even think he was spitting, if we're honest. I'm not, like, as a host, I'm supposed to remain impartial. I'm supposed to be like, what, Kyrmi, you're the pro. I got to sit back. But Oathh, immediately, is there anything on this list that just jumps out and says what was Richard thinking?
A lot of things. Yeah. This is honestly pretty bad, I think. Like, not even joking.
Okay, pick one thing that is just egregious.
I think Arachne S tier is like insane. Like, she's like B tier. I think Cleo is probably a little too low. I think Serket's like pretty much too low. Okay,
so you'd move Kalina up, you'd move Serket up, you mean Arachne down?
I would move Arachne to B tier. I'd move Cleo to B tier. I'd move Serket to like B tier too, I think.
All right, let's hold off on the specifics because we are gonna make our own.
Oh, okay.
I want to hear just immediately. So you got 3 things immediately that are jumping out at you that are just not it. Lasbra, anything else besides what Oathh mentioned that Kyrmi is just not spitting?
I mean, for ranked, Yeah.
I should explain this because I did give him an explanation. This is, you load up in a ranked, you are solo queue.
Yeah.
You don't know if anyone on your team is good, and these gods you're ranking them on your ability to hard carry. So this is Kyrmi queuing up. If he wants an absolute dub, he's picking the S tier gods and he's guaranteeing a win. And that this is from his words. So let's just say, Oathh, you queue up into a game. You're saying you pick Arachne, that's not a guaranteed dub?
I think Loki's S tier then. Like, in that context?
Yeah, I mean,
I think that god is...
Because that's what I always say, right? If I get to talk to you junglers, more often than not, it is, I want to dominate the other jungle, and that's how we win, right? You try and 1v1 the other guy. If you catch him out in his back camps or speed buff, you're usually getting pressure. Loki does that better than just about anyone, right? So I feel like if that's your plan, could be good. Panitom, do you think this list is just as trash as everyone's saying, or what?
Yeah, I see 2 problems on the tier list. Why is not Morgan or Poseidon on the tier list?
You want
the Morgan?
You want the Morgan as a okay? To be
Yeah.
fair, I told Kyrmi we couldn't add, but we can add the Morgan if you want. Where would the Morgan be if you added
It will be A.
Okay, the Morgan's A tier.
A.
All right,
Yeah.
what's your other problem?
I don't know why Kali is on S. Last time I played Kali, it was against a Kumbhakarna with a Rithik. I did nothing. I never played again. Never.
Okay, so Kali needs to be lower, and we'll add the Morgan. And that's on me. Kyrmi did want to add more, but we were a
If
little
it is
strapped
for
for time.
ranked, I mean, Serket is just down at E because
You think Serket's even lower?
Serket is really bad in range.
I hate playing.
You said Serket should be. Oh, you said Serket should be lower. I thought you said.
Well,
No,
I feel
Serket
like
should be
with,
higher.
like,
It's like
comp and,
competitive,
like-
No. Yeah, this is not for the pro.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
specific.
I would put
honestly-
Serket E.
Yeah,
range.
Serket E.
I'm
And
not
honestly,
putting Serket.
Bastard just put up. She's pretty good in ranked.
Okay, you want Bastet
Bastard's
higher.
not that bad.
What about Suki? Is Suki good in E tier?
Oh.
I think Suki might be
so bad.
B tier. Because, like, if you get full build on Suki, I feel like you could. No?
Yeah, full build.
Yeah.
Getting
You're
that.
just like Boomba
That seems like wishful thinking, though. Okay, so I'm glad that we all are jumping out at some of these obvious picks. The Pele, the Rat, the Set, Susano, I guess we leave those there. That makes sense to me, unless anyone's got any. Okay, all right. So we can actually start building our own list. I'm getting word from production. So first and foremost, you want Serket even lower, is what you're saying?
But just take off the list, honestly.
Okay, Serket needs to drop to E tier. Okay, we'll put her over there. I will add the Morgan. Do you guys agree that from Panitom that the Morgan can be a pretty solid jungler?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, this is not on Kyrmi's fault. I must say he would have loved to add more gods, but we were strapped for time. So the Morgan we would like to put over to A tier. No, the Morgan, not Morgan Le Fay.
Morgan Le
we
Fay.
mean Morgan.
Oh, you actually meant Morgan Le Fay.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. All right, that's on me. I thought you meant the Morgan.
No. Morgan Le
So
Fay.
you guys are slamming Morgan Le Fay jungle in ranked.
I
and
played
popping
it
off.
She's
before.
so good.
It's
You would do more winged, you're unkillable, and you're killing everyone.
All right. Well, I hope we see it. I hope I see more Morgan Le Fay jungle. All right. S tier. We got to talk about Arachne. Where's she going?
I think A tier. In
Okay.
ranked, like not S tier surely, but she's still pretty good in ranked, I think.
Okay. So
She's
you're saying,
ranked, but very single target. She's safe, but single target. I'll put it just put A as well.
all right, move her down to A. Does the S tier seem good? Wait. Panitom had a problem with the Kali, actually, because you get counter picks so easily. You slam lock the Kali, and instantly you're seeing Kumbas.
Are we first pick here or we last pick?
Usually your first pick,
I
right?
mean,
Kali-
you normally are top pick.
Yeah.
Kali is like C, honestly.
Down to C tier for the Kali, Lasbra, you agree?
I mean, let's put it like A or B for ranked, but
A or B, C, Oath.
I was thinking more B.
Okay, A, B, B, A. Well, I'll be the tiebreaker. Let's throw in B then. Kali goes down. Is the S tier looking good then? Those are your guaranteed dubs. If you get those gods, you're fragging.
I think Loki's S tier.
Oh, okay. You want to add?
Guaranteed,
You
yeah.
want to add Loki to S tier? Where's he at? B? Why is he at B?
I don't know.
Kyrmi doesn't know how
I
to
don't
play
know what he
Loki.
was
That's
thinking
what
about.
I'm learning. All
When
right.
you get Boomba's Hammer, you just win.
Yeah.
It's like insane.
All right. Loki goes up to S tier. Are we good? Is the S tier cemented?
I have one more change.
Okay.
I will trade the rat for Alquan.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking Alcon S too.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we want Rat out or just Ao Kwang in?
I'll trade it.
I think we
trade it,
trade.
All right, trade it out. Rat goes down, Ao Kwang goes up. So the S tier is looking good. Those are your gods where you're like, okay, I need a dub. This is what I'm looking towards. Again, in ranked. Moving on to the A tier. I mean, Mercury definitely has that ability to hard carry. I've seen him absolutely pop off. We moved Arachne, we moved Morgan Le Fay. What about Thor? He's not. Is he too hit or miss? Is that the issue? That's what's preventing him from jumping up to S? Or is it that everyone's playing him in freaking solo now and everyone just wants to build him tanky?
He's definitely good. I think he's better in a... Actually, well, I don't know. He's better in ranked because there's just like constant random fighting and you
Right.
can just ult over.
And no one calls
But
out
it's
the
like
ulting.
in ranked, I feel like people rarely ever like just group on stuff, and like that's when your walls are like more impactful.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it goes both ways. Honestly, I think A tier is just good for him because he's still really strong, but like I don't think his hyper carry like matches like the S tier.
Yeah, I do agree.
Okay, so Thor sits nice and fine. What about Thanatos? In years of past, because I've been doing these tier lists for a while, Thanatos never makes it up this high. And it's not because he's not good, it's because he's so hit or miss, right? If you get off to a good start, you're snowballing, your team's going to win. But you miss one or two sites and your game's just over. You still think that he can hang with A tier?
I think he's generally pretty strong right now in ranked.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
don't
pretty
mind him.
strong.
I was thinking he might be S tier in ranked. He's like high A tier at least.
Like A+. Vanny, you agree?
For me, Tana will be an A because I miss every side. But I guess he's fine on A.
Okay, all right. Naja? Are we really saying Naja is that good? I don't know if I agree.
I hate Nisha. I have a Vulcan and I ult and my Vulcan is on my back, so it's like...
That's what I'm saying. Anytime you hit a massive ult, you're like, attack, and then you look down and they're just gone. And you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to die on landing. So, and that's the other thing about this list is, and I said this to Kyrmi, your solo queue. You don't know that you've got like a follow-up on your ultimate. So are you picking Naja when you know you have to do all the
B
work?
tier.
Put it on.
Bring him down? How far? Oath says D.
I'd say
Just to B?
I would say C. And I would say
Okay,
C.
D, C.
I will vote D because it's like so empty.
Okay. We're bringing Naja down from A to D tier. All right. Mercury, I don't think we all have a problem with that as far as I'm concerned. Merc could, I mean, sometimes he's that. So like if you have like a game where you can just camp duo consistently and just get rage online by like 5 minutes, Merc is just like the easiest hard carry in ranked. But sometimes you have a hunter that like goes crit with you and everyone gets spectral, and that doesn't seem very fun. Lancelot's been climbing back in. I guess is he even higher than I think, or is A tier a good spot for Lance?
For me, it's a good spot. He's like pretty safe, and he always do damage. He's like safe at the same time that like bursting someone, and he got like 2 immunes. He's just good.
Okay, you guys agree? All right, Lance sticks in A tier then. Hunbats, not really the greatest early pressure, right? And from what I've seen, First Blood at level 5 is super nice. First Blood at level 2 is even better, and Hunbats doesn't really provide either of those. Everyone's got beads. Are you guys liking Hunbats to just guarantee a ranked win here?
I think he's like similar to Loki. Like when you get Boombas Hammer, you're kind of like insane.
Right.
But I think he just his early game is less. He's more team reliant than like say Loki, because like Loki you could just one shot someone level 5 still, and then you're like super fed. But I think Hunbots you just need your team more. But I think A is like fine, like maybe B tier.
Okay.
He's pretty strong clear early game because mid camps and stuff like your monkey bounce and all that.
Okay, so we're sitting okay with A tier there, and then Baka, who is just like a farm demon. Haven't seen him played in comp at all for a while. Why did Baka fall off? Now that I think about it,
He got
they nerfed him a few times.
okay, so it was just no more Baka because he just doesn't do the extra amount of damage, or you don't just want to AFK farm anymore, or just all like a whole bunch of those reasons.
I guess it's just a combination of a lot of things with that, but the nerfs hit him not even that hard, but it definitely hit him a little bit.
His items got a lot worse.
So
because
I guess my question is he still A tier considering how little we've seen of him?
In ranked, I mean, you can never go wrong with playing Baka.
yeah, he's still pretty crazy in ranked, I think.
All right, so Baka gets a stick in the A tier as well. Well, I think this is a little bit outdated now because surely Camazotz is not B tier anymore.
I mean, you could put him
I forgot about
You can put him in
Kama.
S for it, could be.
Yeah, he can be S.
That's
He's
what
so safe and he is just strong throughout the whole game.
Okay, so we're gonna have to move Cam up again. Kyrmi made this tier list about a month, maybe two to 3 weeks to a month ago. I think Cam has definitely risen in popularity since then. So Camazotz goes up to S tier. Besides that, is Daji down in B? I mean, she's a decent counter pick, yeah, but can't you just use her damage anyways? Do you need those non-CC immune ults to pick Kali Daji?
I mean, I like playing Daji. I think she could be A. I wouldn't put her in S. She's like a little bit like unsafe in certain scenarios.
I think B or A. It like varies a lot depending on the game you play.
Okay.
I like BNA because she's really easy to counter with immune. For example, what is this magical item? The cleansing absolution. Yeah, she got countered by absolution, hail, afro. So yeah, I will put it like B or A.
All right, we'll leave Daji in B then. And I don't know about you guys, but I haven't seen Nemesis in a while. If anything, I feel like Nem should be lower just because where is anyone playing Nem anymore?
I mean, you can't really go wrong with playing Nemesis in ranked again. Like,
But are you playing Nem?
Not really.
You can't go wrong. But I'm not right.
Honestly, in ranked, I do think you could put her like A tier because like having a strong 1v1 is like so OP in ranked. I feel like.
But all right, let me ask you this: how much ranked have you queued in the past like 2 weeks?
None.
None at all.
Well, a few games.
You haven't been streaming. What's up with that? You're just too busy.
Busy person.
All right, Panitom, have you been playing ranked in the past 2 weeks?
Yeah, I have been playing a lot.
Have you played Nemesis?
No, I
Has
think
anyone played Nemesis?
Mm-mm.
But in theory, she's A tier. I'm just not buying it. Something's up with Nem because there's plenty of matchups where you're like, oh man, I'm just trying to, as Oathhh said, just dominate the 1v1. There's a reason we're all just like turned off from Nem right now. I don't play jungle, but there's a reason. I'll allow it.
Her items are bad.
Okay.
I think is why, but.
So are we?
She's
Just
like,
keep her in B is fine.
Yeah, I think B is fine.
Okay, keeping her in B, and then we have moved the Kali from S tier to B tier because of the counter matchups. You just get pick CC into you, and everyone says, okay, focus the Kali, and it's just not a good time. Now to C tier. Kalina, we wanted to move up, right, Oathh? You were very vocal about that when we started.
Was I?
I thought so.
I don't think I was. I do think she should be higher.
What did you say?
You've been gaslighting. He's gaslighting you right now.
He's like, what? Was I? I would never say that, but I do believe she. Okay, bro. You said three things. When we opened the list, he said three things. Kleena should be up, Serket should be down, and one more, which I believe.
I guess
Loki.
it was Leo.
Loki.
Loki,
Alright, that's on me then.
Okay. Now that we have you here, how high should Kleena go in your
I think B tier.
Okay, up to B.
Yeah.
Lasbra, you tend to
With
agree?
Swader, she's trying to nuts right now. I
Okay.
think.
Is kind of nuts B tier though.
I don't know if she's like as good as the gods in A. I think
she's B.
she might be.
Okay, B. Pan, you think B tier?
I think
for
B
Kleena?
tier.
She might be like the best one of the bees.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was.
So she's very close to. She's like A minus, like B
Yeah.
plus. Okay. All right. Kleena up to B then. Hasn't quite made that switch. When Bluestone was meta though, she was slapping. That was a
Yeah.
fun time.
That's a lot of fun, yeah.
That was a fun time when you could just 1v5 in the wall when you had like Heartseeker, Bluestone, and Crusher. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, those days are behind us. Moving on down to C tier, we have Fenrir and Robin. Surely Robin's not C tier.
He's D.
You think he's even lower?
He's so
Is he
bad.
really?
Is,
You guys agree that Robin's just useless?
His tempo is trying to slow, and I feel like in ranked that's kind of bad.
Oh, you mean like
He just jets around the map like trying to.
Okay, he just
slow
can't match that pressure. Okay.
compared to like Sett or Pele or.
All right.
Loki.
So Robin sitting in C, or you want to make? him
Nah,
lower?
it's fine. I was joking.
Okay, Lasbra, do you want to make Robin even lower? No, we're all good. I'm amazed. I like me some Robin. When I get stuck on jungle,
You just play Robin.
I just play either Robin, Susanoo, or like Pele, because I just like those. In my opinion, those are the junglers you can't mess up on. Like it's so easy to just even if you're bad at farming, you can still just find kills. You're not gonna get ganked with like Robin. You have so much safety. But if you're trying to do like the most, then I can see why he's just not great. We already moved Naja, Bastet, and Suki sitting in E tier. You guys okay with that?
I would bust it up. Like,
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Basset's like at
Just
least
B.
C tier.
At least C.
I'll say B at least.
At least B.
Yeah, it's hard because like Bastard for me is better than Ravan, but not better than Fenrir. So
Okay. All right. So pass. All right.
So we're in between.
Maybe
Alright,
it could be,
Fenrir's
yeah.
B tier.
Right in the middle, if we can. Perfect. And then we're leaving Suki and E, the worst jungle in the game.
I would not touch him.
You wouldn't play him?
same.
That doesn't sound right though, because like I feel like in ranked I'd rather be Suki than Naja or Serket.
Yeah, but Serket is
No.
off the list.
Yeah, we moved
I-
Serket off the list because she was so bad.
Okay, that's fair then.
All right. So Suki is the.
I would want to trade Naja and Suki. I think.
You want Naja?
I don't know if you guys agree though.
This is. Hey, I'm here for the debate. We can sit here as long as you'd like. We're gonna get answers.
I'll probably play Nisha or Suki.
Yeah, same. I would rather play Nisha. Even if you don't have a team, like you can go crit and try to one shot with the slash, I will guess. But with Suko, if you ult, you're just insta dead. Even if you kill, you're dead.
All right, so we're gonna leave it out as it is then, and I do want to say because we have the option to add more gods. Are there any jungle gods that are not on the list currently that you guys think can prove better than Naja or Suki?
Isha.
You think Ishel is a
Yeah.
solid jungler?
Yes. She's really OP.
You haven't played in 2 weeks.
No, okay, but when I did play ranked, I would play her.
You would play her.
Yeah, her ult is super OP.
That's just factually
You know who is a
incorrect.
better god than Ichil? Anubis. He's so good
He's
in
alright.
rank.
See,
He's also pretty
that's
good.
something that I've seen proven, right?
Yeah.
Anubis shows up to like duo lane at level 5 and just finds the support and says, "Thanks for the first blood, idiot, and I'm taking your shield buff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do the same thing to solo on the next
Yeah.
blue buff spawn." So I'm down to add Anubis. What we thinking? SA or B or like it just depends on the matchup. I'm assuming he's in that slot just because it's ranked and because you can just snowball a game and just dead a lane immediately.
I would rather play Anubis than Nisha.
Okay, so at least C tier, you're saying?
Sure.
Agree? All right,
It could be-
Anubis.
He has a little bit of the thing as Suki, right? You're a little bit slower on the map, and
Are any of you playing the E-Shell jungle that Oath's speaking about? Or is
I
he
played
just-
it. I played it.
You have played
Yeah,
it?
it's fun.
Okay, if it's fun isn't a tier. How good is it? Is her old, in quotes, dash Oath super OP?
I mean, it's definitely very strong. I'll put it in D.
I think D is like fair.
Okay, we'll add the E-Shell to D.
I have a guard that's like
Yeah,
not the best, but I mean,
please add it. This is
Sidon. You know, he's
Yeah.
fast. He clears fast. He has big damage with ultimate, especially early game. Runs your lane, kills somebody, go back to farming. I'll probably put him in C.
All right, Poseidon jungle into C tier. We haven't touched any warriors, by the way. We can add, if we can click the warrior class, just the sword, yeah. Are there any warriors that are jumping out to you guys? Because I've seen a lot of Surtur jungle recently. I don't know if you guys have been seeing that.
Surtur 200 stacks, put him in S.
Dude, okay, hold on. I need to vent for a second because Panitom's here. Sot invited me. He said, hey, let's play ranked together, man. I was like, sure, I'll play. He went Cannoneers Surtur, and he said, I need full stacks. I will not be rotating. Good luck, enemy missing. And stayed in solo lane. We were 35 minutes in, and he said, I need 117 more stacks, and he did not leave. And I was like, why'd you invite me if this is what you were going to do? Not solo jungle. It's not solo Surtur, though. Jungle Surtur. Are you guys playing Surtur jungle? And if so, how good is it?
I mean, it's pretty fun. It's pretty good too. I mean,
you love going to this fun word. We're not. I want to know how good fun is. If you're having fun, you're winning, right? Because you're like,
I mean, that's true.
Because you said verbatim, Poseidon's pretty fun. He's fast. C tier. Like that doesn't sound fun to me if I'm playing one of those gods.
It's about having fun.
I agree with you.
I don't need to win. If I go into ranked, if I'm having fun, I'm winning.
Okay, I respect.
That's
that.
not true though. But.
All right. In that case, you're having fun. You're playing Surtur.
Honestly, I would put him in B.
Okay.
And I'll just try and get 200 stacks and then hope we can win.
You think you're ever getting to 200 stacks?
Yeah.
All right. You tend to agree, Oathhh. B tier.
I haven't tried it.
You've been playing East Shell jungle, well, not Surtur.
Yeah.
I actually don't blame you because from everything I knew, Surtur jungle was not cooking either. Panitom, you play any Surtur or just?
Yeah, I played Surtur 2 days ago,
Okay.
and I went shot at mid laner with 2-1s. Like I had like 100 stacks in Boomba Hammer. I just killed him with the 2-1s. I used 2-1s and just killed him.
All right.
And Archstreet, I will Archstreet, yeah.
All right. So you think B tier?
Yeah, I think it's. I don't know. It's hard because like, is he better than Fenrir?
I mean,
Maybe
Think
Fenrir should be.
Think about the 200 stacks though.
Yeah, I mean you're
none
right.
of you were getting 200 stacks. I'm telling you, Saad did not play the game. His only because Cannoneers one shots the minion guaranteed. That means he clicked his one 183 times and still did not get close enough where he's like, I'll rotate. Like he was like, I am sitting here until we're done. And I was like, GG, I'm out. Like don't invite me anymore.
I think Bastion had a strat though to like get the Q to like 200.
I believe
as
it.
fast as possible.
I mean, because it's like what, like how many games do we have like that? It's like Cthulhu one. You have to like absorb the. I can't think of the
Insanity.
Yeah, the madness. You have to like absorb, and if you do that, you get stacks. But it still takes 30 minutes to even get it halfway. You know, it's very difficult to actually get up there. So, anyways, we're gonna leave the Surtur in B tier. Is anyone at all playing Erlong Shen anymore? Because I think he's just dead, but he still somehow finds his way back into the SPL pretty consistently every once in a while. Are you guys ever queuing up Erlong in jungle and like feeling good about it?
In ranked?
Yeah.
Honestly, I would put him like D, C tier.
Okay, D to C. That's not terrible.
But maybe he does like.
Yeah, Lasbra, you play Erlong at all?
I mean, I'll definitely put him above D.
Above D. Okay, so we said DC. Are you still are you feeling C? You want to add another warrior to the C tier? I guess the first warrior to the C tier.
I probably wouldn't put him in B. I'll go C if I had to choose.
All right, Panitom, Erlong.
I will say like C and D. Like, for example, with Ganesh and Ares on the meta, you don't want to play Erlang.
That's fair. It is very difficult to try and deal with Ares right now because everyone. It doesn't even. You don't even need the ult anymore. It feels like Ares just he just is the chains is just such a difficult thing to deal with. All right, so Erlong over to C tier, and I'm thinking that's all the potential junglers. We have Cirquet off for a reason.
You have Osai.
Oh yeah, have you
really playing?
I mean, OC got buffed and it did nothing, right?
Yeah.
Like his one now goes through minions.
I thought it's gonna be OP when they buffed him. I was like,
yeah, I was like, oh man, Sickle goes through the wave. He's gonna be a top solo laner, and
they buffed mannequins too. I was starting to have flashbacks, so I was like,
and still no one's even touching Osiris, and so it just feels like that wasn't enough. Can we even consider him a jungler?
I'm sure you can make it work, but
the fact that you're all shaking your heads tells me we should.
He would be just like below Erlin.
All right, last one, Gilgamesh. Are you guys considering Gilga jungle in this meta? Is he better than anyone on this list? That's really what I'm asking.
I mean, he's better than Suki.
And Cirquet by default because she's not on the list. All right, so would you put Gilgamesh in D tier or would you leave him in E with Suki and just say he's a little bit better?
I mean, I'm a Gilga lover always. So
I think we got another Gilga lover over here.
He might be better than Shuki. The problem with Gilga is like he doesn't farm. Like you cannot do back camps because you are going tanky items too, right? Like,
Yep.
I mean, he's a big, strong man. Might as well put him in D.
All right, Gilgamesh jungle over to D tier. So this looks a lot different than what Kyrmi started with, is what we'd agree. I'm sure we added some things, but that was more so just because I think that was on me. Again, Kyrmi would have loved to add these characters. However, we definitely changed some things from when Kyrmi started. So if you had to rate Kyrmi's list 1 through 10, what, are we looking like a 7 or like lower?
0.5.
0.5 for Panitom. This is all in good fun. He's sitting there giggling to himself right now. He knows we're just playing.
I'll give him 1 point.
1 point, 0.5, Oath.
They're brutal. I was trying to give it like a 4 out of 10.
I said 7, and you guys were like, whoa, relax. All right, so this is the list that we have now concocted. It has changed a lot, but thank you guys so much for sitting with me, talking about the role a little bit, and more specifically talking about the jungle meta. And I believe we will be cutting to a break after this, so we will see you guys in a bit.